What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dividend Growth ETF, DGRO. Now, this ETF has great diversification and is definitely worth having a look at if you haven't heard of it. In my opinion, I think it's a must-have ETF, but that is just my opinion. That being said, let's get into a little bit of the history of DGRO. There's not much, but let's get into it anyway. DGRO was first launched 7 years ago in June of 2014. It's been managed by the same guy, Greg Savage, for the whole 7 years that it's been around, and that's it. That's all the history. Not much compared to like QQQ. All right, a relatively new ETF, so you know, not you can't expect too much from that. Now let's get into finer details. And DGO has a total of 9 sectors. It does not lean too heavily into any single sector. The ETF's highest highest sector is financial, sitting at 20.92%, followed by technology, healthcare, industrials, consumer cyclicals, consumer non-cyclicals, utilities, basic materials, and telecommunications services. DGRO also has a total of 393 holdings. Like I said, it's a really diversified ETF. DGRO's top 5 holdings are Microsoft, Apple, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Verizon. Now, DGRO has a dividend of 2.26% years, and they're pretty good right now, like 3% plus dividends, right? Just looking at the top 5 holdings, we can see that both Microsoft and Apple have a dividend below 1%. Pfizer and Verizon have a dividend over 3.5%. Johnson & Johnson sits in the middle of those 4 companies with a dividend of slightly less than 2.5%. Right? So just if the ETF was just comprised of these 5 companies, if you add the dividends up and then divide it by number of companies, which would be 5, that will give you the mean, which will be the average dividend in this case, which would be 2.42%, which is 0.16% more than the current dividend. So it's safe to say the actual ETF is somewhat like the top 5 holdings, with high dividend companies and growth companies. This is a dividend growth ETF, so over time the dividend's going to grow. So instead of being 2.26% next year, it might be like 2.4% next year, or 2 point whatever percent, but it will grow over the years. Lastly, the expense ratio is 0.08%, which is great. It's really good, right? And it has a 1-year return of 43.28%, which is also really good. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope the information given was useful, and other than that, have a nice day, and I'll see you later. Peace.